All right, I'm Randall Rawhide Wurst. This is for Nutrient Survivals. All right, we're going to talk about skill crafts. So real quick, I'm just going to go over some of the tools you need so that you can make tools, make shelters, make all kinds of stuff that you need to do to survive, okay? Leatherman, I have 4 Leatherman, 4 Gerbers, and I can't, one Swiss Army knife, one that's a utility tool. This is the Wave. It's one of my favorites. Now I've contacted Leatherman and gave them an idea of what I wanted to see on one. But on this, there's several things that are real important. Straight blade knife. I don't need the sheep's foot. It's here. It's useless to me. Saw. Excellent. This is a wood rasp on one side and a metal file on the other. Outstanding. This switches from the cross tip to flat tip screwdriver. All I do is grab it, pull it, turn it around. What it doesn't have on it is an awl. Is the only thing that's really missing. And then of course your pliers. Okay? You can do a ton of work with one of these, but it's not going to do everything for you. There are minute little work details that you're going to do, and that's what this little Swiss Army knife is for. It's got files on it. It's got little awls on it that I can get in and get things done, little tiny things. Delicate, but little small stuff. So you'll see some of the stuff I have. Now, knives, real fast. A folder. But what's unique about this folder is this is a chiseled end, an actual chiseled end. So I can get in, this can be in my pocket, I can get in and chisel stuff and cut in and start making tools, whatever it is that I'm got to be doing. A straight edge, so I got a straight cut when I'm straightening out a piece of wood for some reason, or a steak, whatever. Several different styles of knives. All right, this is the ESEE. I usually carry this on my gun belt. It's got jimping on it. It's a good knife. I can scrape and cut and do a bunch of work with it. This one is from Kraken from Australia. Outstanding knife. Got a different tip, so now I can get in and do fine stuff with it. But it's got the jimping on it. Good handle. I can get in and cut with it. Okay. This is a smaller knife. Now I can do finer stuff with it, but I also can be doing skinning things like animals and filleting fish and stuff with it. So it has this point. Now as far as making tools, this is one of my best ones. The jimping goes all the way across here. If you can see the handle, my hand isn't going to be able to slip. I can come in and work and do stuff, and it's got a tip on it, so I can work the tip and stuff. Now it's big, but I can get in to do certain things. But it's nice and flat, and you can see that it's skinny compared to, you look at these other ones, it's really nice and skinny, so there's a bunch of work I can do with this knife. Not one knife does everything, so you need a combination depending what you're doing with it, what you perceive you're going to do with it, and what location in the country or the world you're in. You're going to adapt your tools to it. So larger. This is one of my favorite knives. I had Kraken in Australia make me my ultimate survival and fighting knife, but it's my baby and it's 001, so it's not coming off my gun belt. But this is made by Browning. It's outstanding. But what happens when you use it on harder wood than you should, not rocks, not hitting pieces of metal, just really hard wood, you can bend it, okay? I've used and abused this, but it has its limits, and I overused it, so you got to be careful on that. But an excellent tool for cutting and chopping stuff, coming and scraping. The advantage is the one that Kraken does, it costs a heck of a lot more, but it isn't going to bend on you, and I can do whatever I want with it, and I can fight with it, and I can shape with it. But this is lighter, okay? But it has its limitations, so know that when you get stuff and when you pay a cheaper price, it has its limitations. All right, for things that are heavier, but I can still get in and do work close up, but I can pound, which I can't do very well with any of these other ones. But the way this bearded CKRT bearded tomahawk is, I can get in and do work with it with my hand just like this, or I can come back and I can chop with it, I can pound with it. So it's very versatile. It's about the right size for what I need it to do. I'm not trying to chop a tree down with it, but I could if I wanted to, but you need to match your tools with what you're doing. But building stuff, making tools, making weapons, this will help out. Now that's it for the type of tools that I'm showing you that you can use. I'm going to cut for 1 minute because there's something else on a tool I wanted to show you that I just learned about. Hold on. All right. Here's another tool. It's small. It's 2 parts. This is just a leather holder for it. You'll see why in a minute. This is a small tool that you can do a lot of stuff with. This is an auger. What's unique about it, I showed you augers before. This is made so the handle can go over it and protect this edge here. But what's unique, when you cut your handle and go through here, this has a cutting edge right here. See it tapered? It's got a cutting edge right here. So now I can cover this, hold it, and I can pound with it with a piece of wood really, but I could do it with this. Now what I'm doing is shaping a piece of wood for a peg. Maybe I'm making a ladder, and exactly the same size hole I just cut with this that it's going to fit into. That's unique. Hadn't seen this before. Good tool. I have no idea. It was a gift given to me. I have no idea where you buy them. Look it up online, guys. But here's another tool. Now I'm going to start showing you some of the things that I make with this stuff that you can look at for yourself and practice on and try to make things for yourself.